Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. I am back and well rested. I hope you're well rested yourselves. But we're going to start off today with a decent amount of sneaky snacking. Hopefully, decent compared to what we're trying to do, I guess. 3,452 sneaky snacking is what we're going to get to start off with 10 honey to go with it, so we can throw that in the whatever we decide to make. I don't really know. I know we're on salads. Haven't really paid attention to what we can make. Just made a couple of fancy apple salads and basic stuff yesterday. But speaking of basic, we are basic 5. So we should have a decent chance at most things. Vulpix is not quite unlocked yet. We do need to get to, I think it's grade 2 before we unlock Vulpix. But we should have some decent chances at, what are they called? Drawing a blank. Charmander and Cyndaquil, that's the ones. With 100 sleep points to go along with it, we are at 4,424, and for our daily lottery, before we try to find this Charmander and Cyndaquil, I am all over the place. That's how well rested I am. My brain is just choo, 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 choo. But we did get one small handy candy for our daily lottery, and then we can move on, jump into this sleep report, and hopefully find that elusive Cyndaquil. It would be nice to get one. It would be. Session 290. We've got 9 hours and 42 minutes of sleep, which is good. I slept quite a bit, feel really well rested. Felt like I slept pretty good. 6% dozing, 64% snoozing, and 30% slumbering. It seems like, and this is just a weird observation, has nothing to do with the game, but for me personally, it feels like the days that I feel the most well rested are the days that I get the most snoozing sleep, which is kind of surprising. I thought it would be slumbering would be where I would feel the most well rested, but apparently it's snoozing for me. That is going to give us a snoozing type sleep, which is good because we don't have the pseudo balance this week. So we definitely need snoozing to be able to find any of the fire types we're looking for, which is the one downside of not doing this during the event. But that does also mean that when we get the snoozing type, the spawns will be focused to the snoozing type sleep. So they should hopefully skew more heavily in our favor. I'm pretty sure I see a Charmander down there in the bottom corner. I think I see the top of his dome right there. And a Cyndaquil. There we go. The legendary Pokemon Cyndaquil finally showing up. Of course, no new sleep styles. Not expecting any at this rank, to be honest with you, so that makes sense. Let's see. So we could take the Charmander home, but the Cyndaquil is what we're more worried about, especially now that we're at friendship level 10. So let's go ahead and give that a bonus biscuit. Unfortunately, it's not hungry. Yikes-a-roni. That's very bad. Oh, as much as I am gonna hate myself for doing this, we do need to take it home. I was really hoping that we would get a big hit there. We have to take it home. We'll save the Charmander. They seem to pop up pretty frequently here on Topalo, so hopefully we don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be full, isn't it? No, it's not, but I am using way too many biscuits. We need to find a way to get these biscuits back. I don't like it. I don't like that we are so low. So far below 25, but we need the Cyndaquil. We need to catch as many Cyndaquil as we possibly can and try and get a good one. Send out some Cyndaquil candy to help people out since it is so rare. I feel like most people don't have a ton of Cyndaquil candy. So we're also going to get 166 research XP and 396 dream shards. A ton of research XP, let me tell you. But all right, we do finally have a Cyndaquil that we can take home. We did get one yesterday, and it was just kind of all right. But let's see how this one is. Level 14 and Impish. Impish, what is Impish? I don't remember. It's all ginger. Not the most ideal, but also not that big a deal since we're probably not going to collect from it. Sleep XP bonus. I mean, that could be okay. Helping speed. If we get berry finding at 50, it might be all right. Skill trigger, that is not what I wanted to see. Skill trigger S and M. Okay, with inventory up S. Okay, so only the first 2 skills are useful on the Cyndaquil, and Impish Nature is ingredient finding down, which does help. But it's energy recovery up, so it's kind of just okay. It'll help if it's on a team with a healer. But for the most part, not really going to help too much. But the ingredient finding down does help. This is not bad. I'm actually going to hold on to this one. Let's see what the calculator gives us. 19. That's kind of surprising. I thought it would be a little bit better, especially with that helping speed at level 25. And ingredient finding down. Kind of surprised it's that low. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure. Cooking. Yeah, cooking is turned off, so it's not taking that into account. Interesting. I'm very surprised that this is that low. I'm going to hold on to this one anyway. I want to do some production comparison with some of the others, because with the helping speed, this might be pretty good. What's the, you know what? Let me put this in the box first so I don't have to do it again. Level 14. Go ahead, throw that in the box, and then let's go check out our other Quilava that we have. Oh, helping speed S. Yeah, see, ingredient finder S at level 25, so that's not that good. And our Quilava's 18. Yeah, I went through, checked that, so it is level 18, and level 14 is not far off. Honestly, helping speed, ooh, speed of help up and helping speed S. That might be why. Honestly, though, I feel like these might produce a similar amount, if not maybe even the new one might produce even more berries, since it does have the ingredient finding down nature. Yeah, I want to run these two through a production comparison and see which one's better, because I have a sneaking suspicion this one's actually going to outperform, even though this one says that it's like 60 or 70 PR. I forget which one. But I have a feeling that this new one is going to outperform, maybe just slightly, but I do think it will outperform. And even if it matches, having the Sleep XP bonus might be a good thing to have it on the team this week, just to get even more XP, because we already have the Charmander on the team with Sleep XP bonus. So we can get Charmander and Cyndaquil on the team with Sleep XP bonus and double up on that effect. And that might actually be very worthwhile. But yeah, I'm going to keep that one in the box. I'm going to do some comparison of those here a little bit later, and we can go ahead and move on. I don't want to spend too much time on all that. We did get maintenance yesterday. We've already gone through the Entei research bundles, which do look pretty nice, but we got maintenance. Biscuits and Entei. Whoa, that was not what that said. What did that say? That just said maintenance complete. What did I click on? Did I click on this by accident? I did. Okay. Maintenance complete. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. Maintenance is now done. Cool. Didn't need to read that. Good. Update contents version 1.7.2. We do need to read this. This is very important. The updates include the update includes the following improvements. New features, preparation for Entei research event, of course. Game contents, changes to the conditions for when Sleep XP bonus gauge applies. Before the change, during Sleep research applied. During Sleep Research, applied when any helper Pokemon on the team reached the current max level of 55 regardless of the user's research rank. After the change, so now, during Sleep Research, will apply when any helper Pokemon on the team has reached the max level possible for the user's current research rank at the time. So that's good. If you're, I forget what exactly the level caps are relative to the player ranks or the researcher ranks, but say the Pokemon level cap is 30. If you have a Pokemon that's level 30 and that's the level cap, you will get that Sleep XP bonus gauge. So that's good. Sleep XP bonus gauge, of course, gives you, it is one small handy candy every time you get an extra 500 XP that you can't actually apply to a Pokemon because it has reached the maximum level. So it's a good way to stock up some extra handy candies if you're at the level cap or current level cap for you. So good thing. And it's good that players at lower ranks can take advantage of it. At least they have something to do and their Pokemon aren't just sitting there with a full XP bar, can't level up and can't do anything with the XP. So that's good. Whoa, calm down. Added new perks to the Novice Researcher bonus. The following perks have been added. 1 additional hungry Pokemon for each of the first 7 sleep research sessions. 1 Pokemon will for sure arrive hungry. Note this does not apply to the second sleep session of the day. So only to your first will you get a guaranteed hungry in the first 7 sleep research sessions. If all of the user's area bonuses add up to less than 100%, then the researcher's area bonus will increase by 10% each week. Also applies to researchers whose novice research bonus period has already ended. If all of your area bonuses add up to less than 100%, your area bonus will increase by 10% each week. Very good. Helps new players get caught up with everybody so they don't feel like they're constantly left behind. I'm a big fan of this change and these kinds of changes in general that keep new players caught up with, well, not caught up, but helps them to catch up quickly and doesn't leave them behind and feeling like they're left behind permanently. I really like those changes. We also have balance adjustments. Adjustments to the helping stats of certain helper Pokemon. Persian, the frequency was shortened by 200 seconds. Golduck, ingredient finding was increased by 20% and its base carry limit increased by 3. Wobbuffet main skill chance increased by 10% and the base carry limit by 3. And then Lucario's frequency was shortened to 100 seconds. Again, 3 of the 4 of them are Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon, so maybe we got a Dream Shard event coming up after Entei. Maybe that's what they're getting ready for. It is about 6 months later after the last double Dream Shard event we had, so maybe that's the case. Kind of my theory. I'm not 100% on that, but I just got a feeling that they're getting ready for something like that. Could be wrong though. We'll just have to wait and see. And then for the Pokemon Go Plus, implementation of improvements so regular sleep research can be conducted for both sessions when 2 sleep tracking sessions are reported at the same time via the Go Plus. Note that when 3 or more sleep tracking sessions are reported, regular sleep research will be conducted once and the rest will all be included in one report as normal. So, I don't have a Go Plus, don't know what all that means, but for those of you that do, hopefully you know what that means and hopefully that's a good thing. Yeah, not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but hopefully it is. And then now that we are done with the news, we didn't get a medal, but we do have some community reports. We have 47 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that doubled up. And I noticed a couple of shiny Typhlosion. Very nice. Very pretty. All right, no level ups today. Let's go ahead and back out. Let's see what we're doing for breakfast. Probably not a whole lot. We are going to get a... Ooh, we didn't get a skill trigger there. That is surprising. I thought for sure we would. Are we getting any herbs? Is that 1 herb? Is that... Hold on. Okay, no, there's more than 1 in there. But that's not good. We definitely want to see more herbs than that, buddy. Come on, I need you to pick it up. The skill trigger on Pupitar, which we, funny enough, we're probably about to swap Pupitar out. I don't think we really need a whole lot more ginger. We're actually doing really well on sausage. I think we're pretty set on corn. So we're really about to, hey, even more corn. All right. Nope, it just didn't pick it up the first time. Yeah, so we're in a pretty good spot. We don't really have a whole lot to worry about with ingredients. Let's go ahead and look at it while we're here. Immunity leek salad. We might do that. We might make that. It'll clear out some more. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll clear out some more leaks. Actually, hold on. Hold that thought. Before I do that, let's see if maybe we can make... I doubt we can, because I think I know what they take to make the other 2 recipes we need. Let's go ahead and cancel real fast. Okay. Just needed to check that level real fast. Level 6. The other 2 recipes, Superpower Extreme Salad, we don't have the potatoes for it. We only need 3 and 5 eggs. So, I mean, we could if we wanted to, because we have enough sausage and ginger. Oh, we have way more ginger than what I wanted to have stocked up. So we're really good there. We can go ahead and swap out Pupitar for somebody else that needs to be on the team. Possibly that new Cyndaquil once we run that production comparison. And the other one is the Ninja Salad, which we definitely don't have what we need because we are missing a bunch of soybeans and mushrooms. So yeah, immunity leek salad it is. We'll just throw in all this cocoa and milk. And you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and throw in all this honey too. And we'll hold on to the apples because if we get some more of those, we can make a fancy apple salad. But again, not really doing too much on the meals this week. I do want to get to like grade 2 or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's grade 2 to unlock the first Vulpix. Almost said Cyndaquil sleep style. The first Vulpix sleep style. Outside of getting to grade 2 and just getting more spawns on the board, I'm not super worried about strength this week. This week is all about taking it easy, trying to find some good fire types that we can use for next week. That is really all I care about this week. And given that we just got 55,133 total and we're at grade 1 now, we should be able to get to grade 2 tonight. So Vulpix should be on the table going forward, provided I can continue to get snoozing sleep style. Because again, we don't have pseudo balance, so we have to get snoozing to get any of the fire types we want. All right, so now that we're done with that, ooh, you got something for me? Just a couple more berries. How much are we getting per berry? 108, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount for just a dragon berry that's not favored. Okay, so I know we just looked at it, but I do want to go ahead and double check. So 58 fiery herbs is what we're currently at. We need 133 minimum before the end of the week. Bean sausage, we only needed 130. We do have 144. I think I'm going to go ahead and swap out Beware as well, because that Charmander we have on the team will still bring in some extra sausage. So we don't need Beware on the team. We only needed 31 corn and we have 119. So we're pretty close to triple the amount that we needed. So we're really set there. And then ginger, 120. Again, very close to triple the amount we needed. So we're set on ginger and corn and sausage. The only thing we're lacking is the fiery herbs. And in all honesty, we can get that from some of these fire types. So we can go ahead and swap out. Apparently, I made breakfast just in time. Look at me being responsible. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and jump to production comparison. And let's see, while we're here, we can go ahead and check. I think we also caught a Cyndaquil yesterday that I didn't put in the box, and I don't remember why. 61% is what the old Quilava was. So let's go ahead and throw Quilava in comparison first. There's Quilava. We can put in that new Cyndaquil, which is the level 14. And then we've got this level 13 Cyndaquil. Why did I not save you? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Yeah. This one, I just need to send to the professor. I remember now. This one was just okay. And honestly, I don't think it's going to do better than either of the others. So let's go ahead and expand all. We'll just look at these first two. Let's say hypothetically we can get to 30 and a Typhlosion. And we'll do the same for you. Typhlosion, level 30. I forgot both of them. Let's set them. We're not going to collect. Yeah, almost the same. Almost the same amount of production. About 215-ish shy per day from berries alone. 122 berries versus 118 berries for the old versus the new. Frequency is a bit shorter here, or a bit longer here, I mean, on the new Cyndaquil, but I feel like this is actually a tough call. I kind of feel like this is the way to go simply because of that sleep XP bonus. Honestly, I'm going to put this one on the team for now anyway. Even if we end up investing in this other one, I'm going to put this one on the team just for that sleep XP bonus multiplier, because that will really help Flareon. because every little bit of extra XP we can get right now is going to help Flareon. It will also help the Charmander and the Cyndaquil, having both sleep XP bonus. But yeah, skill level up, inventory up S, skill trigger. The fact that this one is ingredient finding down really makes me think this is the better way to go. Skill trigger, and inventory up. Maybe with a sub skill. Maybe a sub skill seed is what we need. Let's see. Hypothetically, let's just do helping speed M on both. Let's see what that turns into. Uh, 132 and 128. Still, oh, the gap did widen just a little bit. So that's 235. Yeah, 235. So the gap widened by about 20 strength per day, which honestly is such a small number. It's not at all going to make a difference in the rank by the end of the week. But that sleep XP bonus does feel, for some reason to me, that sleep XP bonus feels like it is very valuable. And maybe it's just because I need sleep or I need XP right now. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm gonna think on it. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about these two compared to each other. I know that just in terms of raw strength, the old Quilava does outperform the new Cyndaquil, but I really feel like this sleep XP is very valuable, and I feel like the ingredient finding down, when you get into the just random rolls, or the way that random nature works, when you come to the rolls of what they pick up, this ingredient finder may in practice actually hinder us more than what this calculation is showing, and maybe this ingredient finding down is more valuable in practice than what the just average nature, or not nature, but the average strength is showing here in the production comparison. That's another thing that we kind of need to think about, is that it just does, the calculator doesn't show us practicality. It shows us the average. So I don't know. I do not know. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. I'm going to have a think on it too. And then we'll just kind of see how things go. But like I said, for now, we are going to have the Cyndaquil on the team for the extra XP. And also, we do need to get a Vulpix on the team. And I think this was the one. Field Trigger M, Helping Speed S. I believe this was the one I was thinking about, because that skill trigger will help. It was either that one or this one. Helping Speed and Inventory up L. Yeah, I'm thinking it was the 55 that I was gonna put on the team, simply because I like the main skill chance, just to give us a little bit of extra energy throughout the day. I really need to go through these. Yeah, I think it was this one, because we had the skill trigger and the helping speed. So I think this was actually a really good one. Plus we get a little bit of extra corn on top of that if we get it to level 30. Doubt we'll get it to level 30 because we don't have a lot of candies, but for now, this one's going on the team. And yeah, we've got 2 berry gatherers now, so we'll see how that goes. And then the recipes and dishes, we're just kind of making the same for the rest of the week. Just kind of chilling, keeping our rank on the low side so that we can keep the spawns constrained to hopefully more of the fire types, if I can get snoozing type sleep. So that'll be pretty interesting to see how this week goes. This is the first time I've really done something like this, where I've purposefully just not made full dishes and just seen how things go. I have had weeks where I've tried to keep it low, but I still made full meals. So this is a bit different. It feels weird, but it's also nice to just kind of take a chill week before we get into all the fun of the Entei research. So that'll be interesting when we do get to the Entei research. But speaking of Entei research, we do have, because of the update, we do have the details for Entei, and we're going to be going over that now. So if you don't want to be spoiled on the Entei details, then go ahead and we'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful time. But if you do want to know the secrets of Entei, we're going to go ahead and go over that right now. So let's jump into it. Of course, Entei is a legendary Pokemon, and it is also for sure a snoozing type, because of course it is. It's a fire type. A lot of fire types seem to fall under snoozing. It is a skill specialist, just like Raikou. The helper boost gonna be the exact same helper boost, but with fire instead of electric. So I forget if it's helper boost fire or fire helper boost. I forget exactly how they word it, but it does get you instantly gets you, and then all this math, whatever the number is for every Pokemon on your team based on how many individual fire type species are on your team. So the math works out to where it's actually a very helpful skill. It's just complicated. So let's see. If it's at level 3, then you get ×3. And if you have three other, or no, Entei does count as 1. So if you have 3 in a unique fire species on your team as well, you get another +1. So you get ×4, right? Yes, ×4, the usual help from all Pokemon on the team, which means that every Pokemon will get 4 rolls, and they can either gather berries or ingredients. Each roll is unique, but they'll get 4 separate rolls based on their stats and tables. So it's actually very helpful, and the more fire types you have on your team, the more helpful it is. I think you can get all the way up to, let's see, 5 species. You can get 11. You can get up to 11. So yeah, if you have a level 6 main skill and you have 5 unique fire species on your team, you can get ×11 rolls, which is very good. The ingredient rate, again, this is not for certain. I like that they have changed this to go back and forth between like, hey, it's unsettled, but we think it's going to be around this. So 20% and 2% skill trigger rate. Again, unsettled, could change. Usually it doesn't change by too much, but just know that it can change and it's not set in stone. Also, like Raikou, Entei has 30 friendship points for you to be able to take it home. We are also going to get all of our first Entei is going to be exactly the same. So again, highly suggest that you use the Master Biscuit to get that first one out of the way. It's probably not going to be any good if it's anything like the Raikou. I think it only ended up being like a PR of 40 or something, which can be usable if you have some sub-skill seeds to invest in it. But given that Entei doesn't evolve, we really want to find one that has skill level up M, at least possibly skill level up S as well. So there is that to consider, but personally, I recommend use the Master Biscuit. Get the first one out of the way so that you can hunt a better one, because the first one is just going to be just kind of okay. It does seem to have a base frequency of 40 minutes, which is about right. Has a base carry limit of 19. You'll get 822 research XP for finding just the first the 1-star sleep style, 4,813 dream shards for that same sleep style, and every Entei you transfer to the professor will give you 25 candies. Again, we don't know what the ingredients are. We never know what they are until we actually get access to Entei and people start reporting it. But as far as where you can find Entei, we can find it on Greengrass Isle and Taupe Hollow. For the 1-star sleep on Greengrass Isle, it is Master 10, and you need 43,700,000 drowsy power to be able to see it. For the 2-star, it's Master 14 and 116 million, essentially, drowsy power. And for the 3-star, you need to be Master 20, and we don't yet know the drowsy power requirement for that 3-star sleep. For Taupe Hollow, it's going to be the same amount of drowsy power requirement for each sleep style, but for 1-star, you need Master 6, 2-star Master 10, and 3-star Master 16. So, we can find it pretty easily, and it does. This is weird that it's showing that we get Raikou main for finding it. I wonder why it shows Raikou main. Is that what we would have gotten if we had found it during the Raikou research and they just have it there for if the Raikou research pops back up? Hey, just so you know, if we get like in a year's time, we get the Raikou research again, that's how many you're going to get if you find Entei? That's my assumption that that's what that is, but I was just not expecting to see Raikou main there. Anyway, you will get a bunch of Entei main if you find any Entei. Same with Raikou. Raikou dropped a bunch of Raikou main. Makes sense. You'd get more when you see the actual Pokemon itself. So we are going to get quite a bit. I'm sure that we're going to have some missions that will give us Raikou mains and incense as well. So you can force an Entei encounter to get this nice little chunk of Raikou. Now I'm stuck on saying Raikou. Entei main. But yeah, that is the stats for Entei. Looking pretty good. Also looking very similar to Raikou. A little bit slower than Raikou, which makes sense. Electric types usually faster, especially in this game. So all that makes sense, and it all sounds pretty good. Gonna be looking forward to getting this Entei on my team, particularly with the fire team that we have developed. I really hope the Dragonair can finally bring in the herbs that we need, because I would like to go ahead and swap it out for the Arcanine that we have. I would like to get some more XP on it, particularly because people don't usually send out the Growlithe candies, so I don't have a whole lot to invest in it. But it also is the least important to invest in, because once we do catch a decent Entei, Arcanine will be put back on the bench, because Entei's helper skill is pretty much the exact same, but 5 times better, essentially. So that's good. But as far as the Entei missions, we do have those available, at least Entei 1. I don't know if Entei 2 missions are available. But for the first week, we get Snorlax to Basic 2, get 15 Entei mains. Ultra 1, 25 mains. Ultra 4, 40 mains. Give out 15 biscuits, we get 50 mains. Use 7 incense, so make sure you've got your incense, especially those fire types. They'll be really good to have. And speaking of, what do we get for Master 3 this week? While that loads, we can go ahead and stick to our bedtime for 3 times to get 50 Entei mains. We get a Cyndaquil incense for Master 3. Maybe I need to change my mind. Maybe I need to start working on Master 3. I really didn't even look at it because we were trying to take it easy. But those are going to be the first week's missions. Should be pretty easy to do. Looks like, yes, we do have the other missions. Entei week 2, it's going to be Ultra 5. Get to Ultra 5. We're going to get 15 Entei mains. So the fact that Ultra 5 is the first mission, they are probably going to start us at, I forget exactly what it was they started us at, but it's probably Ultra 2, if I remember correctly, maybe Ultra 1 for the second week. So if we get to Ultra 5, 15 Entei mains, get to Master 2, 25 mains, Master 5, 40 mains, use 100 candies, we're going to get 50 mains, go to bed on time 3 times again, get 50 mains, cook 12 times, another 50 mains. So all pretty simple missions. There shouldn't be any trouble getting most of them. Some of the newer players may have a little bit of trouble getting to Master 5 on week 2, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Especially given all the bonuses that we're going to have. It doesn't look like the Entei shop details are available just yet. So yeah, we do have the missions. We have Entei stats. They all look pretty good. Should be a pretty easy research event. Should be a pretty fun research event. And I'm really hoping that we can get a good Entei, because a good Entei can be useful at Taup. Been doing good to say it right. A good Entei can do really well on Taupe Hollow. Whenever you're here, it would be very nice to have one right now while we hunt for other fire types, but we're not there yet. But there's always next time. Anyway, before I ramble on for another 45 minutes, that is all I have got for today. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it informative. Y'all have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, dudes.